Starting today, a new batch of loan exhibits from Beijing's Palace Museum, as well as items related to the Lunar New Year, are on display in the Hong Kong Palace Museum. Visitors shared with us what they thought about the pieces. A hanging panel with favorable items, a vase that stands for peace, and rams that symbolize good fortune. A pair of gourd-shaped hangings with auspicious characters, and a pair of elephants that manifest protection and blessings. These are just some of the many treasures that the emperors and empresses surrounded themselves with during the Lunar New Year at the Forbidden City in Beijing hundreds of years ago. Among them, 17 are Grade 1 of China's national cultural relics. Having hot pots in winter is not just a trend in modern times. Fun fact, the Qianlong Emperor had 200 meals with hot pot in 1789 alone. The question is, how do we know about that detail?
Qianlong Emperor is probably the world's best documented ruler on Earth in human history. So pretty much you can detect so much about details and textures of his life on a daily basis. For example, if you want to know what he's eating on a daily basis, they have an imperial menu documenting in great detail.
This tourist from London who's visiting Hong Kong for the first time is impressed by the exhibits.
There's a lot of different stuff that I've not seen elsewhere. I've heard lots of good reviews about it. You know, it's people say this is where you come to learn about the culture and the history, and I think that's really important when you're visiting a new city. So interesting. There's just so much depth to it, and the items are so beautiful, and you can tell that there was time that was put into the craftsmanship.
A visiting scholar also shared his views.
The clothing was very impressive. I also thought the ceramics were marvelous. The portraits of the emperors and the empresses were really interesting too. I think the design of the museum is something I haven't seen before. The way that it's laid out, it seems quite innovative architecturally.
For now, the museum can accommodate about 5,000 to 6,000 visitors per day. But with cross-border travel resumed, operators say the cap on the daily number of visitors entering the museum may be adjusted.